Manipura Chakra in the solar plexus, Mani means jewel, and Pura means abode or city. So it's the city of jewels. This is when we're coming out of this is the last of the physical realm or the animal realm of the chakras. So remember I was saying the base chakra is body of body, and then Swadhisthana, the soul of body. This is the spirit of body. Manipura Chakra has a lot to do with change and the ability to adapt to change, to create change, to move through change. So it's the chakra of change, and that's because we have the fire element here, and the fire element burns and it creates intensity. So when we want to create change, we need intensity. So this is the chakra that gives you the intensity to create change. It's also the chakra of courage, strength, willpower, all of those sort of things, self-confidence, self-esteem, energy, all of those things that create intensity and give you the confidence to do so. Because when we're moving in change, there is fear because we don't know what the outcome is going to be, even if it's one that we want. We don't know how it's going to work out. So it's about having that confidence to move into change and the confidence of letting things go to allow new things in. In the solar plexus, there's a lot going on. So we have the duodenum that sits like this, and the pancreas that sits in the duodenum here. And the acid-soaked food from the stomach moves into the duodenum, and then the bile has to come from the liver through the gallbladder and its little duct through the pancreas to feed into the duodenum as well. So the acid and the alkaline substance. So it has to mix here to create a neutral, because if this acid-soaked food went through the duodenum and into the intestines, it would burn the intestines. So there's a sphincter here that says, no, don't go through yet, and pulls back, and it pulls on the tube of the gallbladder, the hepatic duct, and it pulls that alkaline bile through. So when these two substances come together from the left and from the gallbladder and the stomach, it creates a heat. And then as the heat cools, it's neutralized. So this is also the reason of the fire chakra. Behind here, we have the adrenal glands, and we have the celiac plexus, which is like 2 cups. Someone's got their mic on. So the celiac plexus here, and it's like 2 cupped hands. So it's a set of nerves that are connected to all of the organs in the body. In fact, there's many, many nerves here, and that sits right back. So it's part of the autonomic nervous system in a way. It's a lot of the things we do without thinking about it. And it's also that gut feeling as well, having that gut feeling, because we feel through our organs. The first what place we sense everything is through the organs, and all of those nerves are sitting up here in the solar plexus. So it's trusting that gut feeling. Like below here in Swadhisthana, we were saying trusting the intuition, like that knowing, and this is trusting that gut feeling. So there's a lot going on here. So when the root of the spleen, the root of the lymphatic system sit here as well. So walking is one of the best things, or anything where you're doing all fours, because it's working that cross section here and getting Manipura working. So here when we're focusing on what we want, this is where it actually begins to change. Yeah, this is where the change becomes. And when you're thinking about its digestion, it's the upper digestive system, the stomach, the spleen, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, the duodenum. It's all the upper digestive organs. And when we're digesting, got to think it's not just the food we're digesting. Okay, one thing is food, so we've got to chew properly. If we don't chew properly, we make a lot more acid in the stomach to break the food down. Then the liver has to try to keep up with the stomach and the juices, the spleen, to counteract the acid. So when we're not chewing properly, then the liver becomes sluggish after a while, because it's just like, I can't keep up. Yeah? So then we get dull and lethargic, or we could start to get angry. And on the spleen side is we can get obsessive and just mull over and over and over and over and over, or we can drop the obsessiveness and just come into a state of confidence. And the liver, when the liver's healthy, it comes to a state of calmness. So it's like we have a relaxed confidence, or calm and focus. So it's got a lot to do with the mind-body energy as well. So that's one way of digesting, but as it's not just the food we digest, it's the way we digest everything in life. So it's self-acceptance. Once we have self-acceptance, we accept what's going on around us, because if we're reacting like this all the time, again, we're locking it in and we're creating more acid. Yeah? And this is about where we start to think, well, this is my life journey, this is what's good for me, and I'm not going to let people distract me from what I need to do, because this is me and my way and my cell, me as a cell in this universe, of my job. And that's why I'm not going to worry about what people think of me. It's none of my business what people think of me, and it's also not for me to judge, because if I've accepted myself, then I can accept everybody else. So it's a very self-acceptance, a sacred sort of a place as well, because this is where we want to create change. So we don't want to put thoughts and feelings in there that aren't going to benefit us. So we're going to do a lot of moving and shifting and turning and really get this opened up and balance the digestive system. So of course, back bends are really good, side bends are really good, twists are really good. Everything's really good for this chakra. But walking is the best, yeah, because it just keeps this chakra moving. We need to feel sort of strong in here, not just draw on the adrenals all the time, but just have that strength feeling here. So it's about, the nerve plexus is directly behind the navel, but that nerve reacts to the solar plexus here. So they say there's like 72,000 nerves behind the navel as well. So all this connection, there's so much going on here. And remember, this is our sun chakra, it's the fire chakra. It's where the sun radiates and gives us life force, like it's radiating around all the planets. And this is like our internal sun radiating in us, thousands of pranic channels through our body. So we don't want that fire to go out. We want to have it, burning, not like cindering. Yeah. So let's get started with some yoga. So we're just going to start immediately with a lymph walk and get that cross section moving. So lift the left heel off the ground, the legs stay straight, the hip comes up. And then bend the knee and just let the hip drop. So just get that feeling. Lift the left heel off the ground, the left leg straight, and then bend the knee and feel that the hip just naturally drops. So you want to get that sort of a feeling coming down the outside of the hip. Lift the heel, bend the knee, and the hip just drops. One more time. Lift the heel, bend the knee. Now pick the foot off the ground and let the heel drop. And then just present down to the outside of the ankle so the energy moves all the way down the leg. Hip, knee, ankle, toes. Toes land first. Let the energy move 1,000,000 miles out of the extremities. So don't hold tight, just be soft and fluid. Now feel what happens even when you just lift the leg in the solar plexus. It's pulling into the root of the lymphatic system as well, so it's squeezing it to pull the lymph through the body. Now do that with the right shoulder. Lift the right shoulder. And now drop the shoulder as the elbow comes up. And then let the wrist lift and release the wrist to the fingers. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Feel what happens in the solar plexus. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Lift the right hip. So bring the heel off the ground. Keep the legs straight. Bend the knee. Feel the hip drop. And just bring the heel back down. So lift the hip. Bend the knee. Let the hip drop. Already it moves all the way down the outside of the leg. But feel it coming from the hip down the leg. And now we'll lift the foot. So lift the hip. Bend the knee. Let the hip drop. Present the outside of the knee to the ankle to the toes. Hip, knee, ankle, toes. And again, hip, knee, ankle, toes. And then lifting the left shoulder. Now as the elbow comes up, just let the shoulder drop. So you have to release one joint for the energy to move to the next joint, for the lymph. The top of the wrist to the fingers. The shoulder, release the shoulder so it can get to the elbow. Release the elbow as you lift the wrist, and release the wrist as you let it go to the fingers. And now we're using the hip and the shoulder, right hip, left shoulder, embedding the knee to the elbow, to the wrist, to the fingers. And again, hip. And now let's walk side to side. And just keep your awareness at the solar plexus. So this is actually where your first grey matter is as well. So there's brain matter down here. It's all that unconscious movement, that subconscious movement that we use. So come out of the head mind and move down into the solar plexus mind. Just look straight ahead. Look at one point, open peripheral vision, and just allow that peripheral vision to kick in. So now you're just going to initiate the move and follow it through. We lubricate the joints and get the flow of the lymph to the extremities. And now drawing that energy in. So let's lift the right toes, then present the inside of the ankle, release the toes. Roll the leg as you bring it up the inside of the knee, then flex the foot as you bring it into the heel. Lift the left toes. Present the inside of the ankle, relax the toes, rotate the leg, then flex the foot so you can pull that energy into the body. The heel lands first. Bring the right little finger under, next thumb. Then release the fingers, present the inside of the ankle, the wrist. And then pull it into the inside of the elbow. Pull the right elbow out slightly. And then just let the arm roll down as you push it back in, up through the armpit and down into the body. Left finger comes under, next thumb. Present the inside of the wrist. Then pull into the inside of the elbow as the elbow comes out. Feel it come up to the armpit as you release it into the body. So now lift the left toes and the right fingers are coming under. Present the inside of the ankle and the wrist. Release the fingers and toes. Roll the knee round and pull the elbow out, and then let it come up into the groin as you flex the foot and up through the armpit, then push back into the body. Scooping the energy with the fingers and the toes, presenting the inside of the ankle and the wrist, pulling the elbow out, rolling the knee, and flex that into the body. Become aware now of what's happening in your solar plexus again. Look straight ahead, come out of the head mind, because when we try to become mechanical with it, it becomes harder. Bend the knees, gather the energy to the throat. Hold the breath in, take the energy down below the navel. Lift from the base, hold more energy in there, drop back toward the spine, and then let that energy lift up the spine just to the solar plexus and release at the solar plexus and say Ram, Ram, R-A-M, Ram. Inhale, bringing the hands up to shoulder height, bring the right arm up next to the ear, keep the shoulders down, and as you exhale, reach up and over to your left, and then really push down through the right foot, so the heels pressing down, the hips pressing down, and pulling the right lower ribs away. Inhale, roll the right ribs up to the sky just slightly, keep the weight even in both feet, and then exhale, see if you can stretch a little further across, really stretching the liver gallbladder. Hold there and just breathe a couple of seconds. If your neck's sore, look down to the floor to the left. See if you can push that hip and heel down and away. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, just let the arms cross in front of you. Inhale, arms come up. Left arm up to the ear. Push down through the left heel as you reach up and over to the right. Stretching stomach, spleen at the back, pancreas. Squeezing and working that duodenum. Inhale, roll the left rib up to the sky a little more. Just keep the torso in line with the leg. And then exhale, push down through the left foot. Push the left hip away from the right rib, pulling the right rib away, left rib, pulling the left rib away from the right rib. Keep reaching up and over. Keep breathing. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, release down. Just interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, draw the arms off the back. Pull the shoulders down and back. Make sure you don't stick your bum and your ribs out. And just pull the arms off the back. Exhale, take the chin to the chest. Breathe. Inhale, bring the hands down and lift the head up. Stack the vertebra. Exhale, inhale, interlace your fingers. Take the arms over at the head. Arms are next to the ears. And now as you lift, pull the ribs up and push the pubic bone down a little. And try to get that stretch from the pubic bone all the way up to the lower ribs. Let your sun open. Let your power shine. Exhale, come back down. Bring the arms down by the sides. Just roll the shoulders forward. Nice fluid movements. And then roll the shoulders back. Bring the shoulders up under the ears and massage the neck. And say, oh. Squeeze right up. Release the weight of the world from the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Open the legs a little, bend the knees a little, and just start to twist. So you're moving through the solar plexus. Let the arms become heavy. Limbs, the arms are just hanging off the shoulders. And you're just twisting and slapping the body a little, releasing the spine, and massaging right through the solar plexus. Just let the arms slap the body wherever they go. Let's bring them up level with the ribs actually and just slap through the ribs. Lower ribs. So we're moving into the solar plexus. That's it. Bend the knees, stay stable in the knees, in the legs. Yeah. And try to move from your leg. So as you twist to the right, pull back with your left foot. Start with the left foot. When you're facing the left, pull back with the right foot. And then just start to slow it down. So we'll do a little salute to the sun, working that fire channel again, regulating our fire energy. And just holding the hands in prayer, stabilizing the mind and the body, grounding with the earth, connecting with the universe. You, the soul in between, connecting with your breath, acknowledging that beautiful sun that shines on this planet, giving us energy, life force, life. See that sun radiating its thousands of rays through the planet. The intense sun. And see the intense sun within your solar plexus. See your intense sun burning and radiating thousands of rays through all the pranic channels of your body. See that large external sun shining into your internal sun, feeding it energy, life. And you allow this sun to radiate within your solar plexus, giving you plenty of life force. Plenty of energy, filling you with confidence, strength and willpower and stamina, filling you with all the energy you need to move through change, whether you're going through change or creating your change. Keeping your focus on that change without obsessing over it and without doubting it, and remaining relaxed in that focus. Inhale, turn the fingertips towards you and then stretch the arms away from you, bringing the arms up next to the ears. Take a lift up and back. Push down through the feet, down through the hips. Say, ah, drop the shoulders, lift the chest. Inhale, reach up to center. Open the solar plexus. And then exhale, come forward 3/4 of the way toward the floor. So you're going to reach out and tip the floor as far in front of you as you can reach. Hold there and breathe. Really stretch out, stretch the kidneys, the mid-lower back. And then exhale, bring the hands to the feet, bend the knees. Rest the belly on the thighs, let the back open, drop the head. Let the neck release. Let the sacrum open. Inhale, step the right leg back to a lunge, take it right back and lift the chest to the sky. Exhale, come all the way up, bend the back knee slightly. Inhale, bring the arms up next to the ears. Interlace the fingers, exhale, push up to the sky. Inhale, push further up, and then exhale, just drift to your left slightly so you're opening the lower right rib cage. And stretching that right side of the body a little more. Work the right hip down slightly and forward. And then on the next exhale, you're going to bring the hands to prayer. Bring the upper right arm over the left thigh. Stack elbow over elbow. Push into the hands and twist to your left. Hold and breathe. Inhale, come to center and bring the back knee to the floor. Exhale, push behind. Inhale's coming forward, stretching the front thigh, bring the arms up next to you. And then take a tilt back, drop the shoulders, say, oh, as you lift the chest to the sky. Make sure you're not up on the knee, but stretching that front groin, the right groin, the front of the thigh. And again, just lift the lower ribs a little higher, really expand in the solar plexus. Keep the back of the neck long, don't drop the head back. And then on the next exhale, just coming up on that back knee a little more, push behind, pull back a little, flex the front leg. Flex the front foot, straighten the leg. Inhale, come forward, reach the right hand forward. And then exhale, come to that lunge through the right thigh and twist to your left. Bring the right hand over the left knee and twist. Roll the left shoulder out, roll the left palm out. Breathe. Bring the shoulders down. Inhale, turn to the front. And then exhale, bring the hands down, tuck the back toes under and straighten the back leg. And then straighten the front leg as much as you can. So you're going to be in a wide split dog. Work the right hip forward slightly, pull the left hip back slightly. Drop the head down, resting over the front leg. Breathing in from the base of the spine all the way up through the spine to the crown of the head, creating a little ripple. And relax over the front leg. And then bring the left hand next to the big toe, on the big toe side of the front foot. So both hands are now on the big toe side of the front foot. We're going to do a twist. So as we inhale, take that left leg out to the side and then take it all the way behind you, cross it past the back leg. And lift the left ribs to the sky. So let the left hand come off. Twist up to the sky, push the pubic bone up. And say, ta-da! Now keep the legs where they are, but exhale and bring the right hip to the floor. Bring the left hand back to the floor and look up and over the right shoulder. Lift the chest a little. Take that focus into the solar plexus again. Manipura Chakra. And then inhale, bring the left leg over, come flat to the floor. Exhale, inhale, lifting up into cat. Exhale, pull back to pose the child. Inhale, coming through to a striking cobra. So bend the arms, pull the body forward. Once the hands are under the chest, lift the chest, press your hips to the floor. Shoulders down and back, tongue out. Release your poison. Really push out from the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the detoxing area of the body as well. Inhale, coming up into cat. Exhale, sit back to pose of the child. Inhale, roll up to sitting, but bring the bottom off the heels. Gather the energy up to the throat. Hold the breath in, sit halfway down as you let that energy fall down into the hara, bringing more energy up from the perineum to meet at the hara. Sit all the way down, reach out the crown of the head, drop the shoulders, relax and release. And say Ram, R-A-M, curl the tongue at the back of the throat. Ram, Ram. And come into cat stance now. We're just going to do cat-cow because we want to work this solar plexus. Inhale, looking up, let the belly fall toward the floor. Roll the shoulders out away from the ears. So don't be hunched. Roll it all open. Open the lymph in the neck. Just give it a little shake first. Just shake your body a little bit. Let the spine release. Say, as if you're shaking any sort of fear or terror or anything out of you. Just let all the stress and the tension release. Inhale, look up, lift the chest. Exhale, you're going to curl through the tail all the way up the spine into the solar plexus. So you're pushing those lower ribs up to the sky. Draw the chin in, roll the shoulders open. Inhale, release, looking up. Let the belly fall back down. And exhale again, curl the tail a bit, then move up through the spine to the solar plexus. Push out through the ribs. And inhale, release, look up. As you push up through the solar plexus this time, you're going to hiss like a cat. Take a full breath in, and we're going to do it a little bit faster and just releasing the excess adrenaline. 2 more times. Inhale. Hold it up there, tuck the toes under, press up to down dog, and just walking on the spot in down dog. Let the belly come back toward the spine. Soft part of the belly's coming back toward the spine and lifting into the lower ribs. And then sink the heels to the floor. Inhale, bring the right leg to hip height. Roll the right hip up to the sky. And then exhale, bend the foot to the bottom. Just let the torso stretch. Colon's opening all the way up to into the solar plexus. Now look up and over the left shoulder so you create a little bit more of a twist. Roll the shoulders down and away from the ears. So you're looking at your foot. And then exhale, roll that leg all the way back around, put the foot to the floor next to the left foot. Push back through the hands into the shoulders. From the shoulders, push up into the hips. Sink down into the heels. Inhale, take that left leg to hip height, roll the left hip to the sky. Exhale, bend the foot to the bottom. Push up through the right leg. Now look up and over the right shoulder so you're looking at your foot. Breathe through the solar plexus. And then exhale. Roll the leg back around. Bring the left foot next to the right foot. And again, push up through the hands into the shoulders. Spin the armpits toward the cheeks. Push back from the shoulders to the hips. Sink the heels into the floor. Inhale, coming up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the knees to the floor. Sit back to pose of the child. Inhale, come through to striking cobra. Exhale with the hips. Push out from the solar plexus, shoulders down, back of the neck long. Inhale. Now as you exhale, bend the right leg, look over the left shoulder. Inhale to the center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder as you bend the left leg. You can lay flat on your belly and just bend your legs and turn your head. So you may just want to do this. Couple more times. Pressing up into cat stance, inhale. Exhale, sit back to pose the child. Nice and slowly so the back opens. Inhale, rolling up to sitting, gathering the energy, but bring the bottom off the heels. Gather the energy to the throat. Hold the breath in, take the energy down to the heart, lift more energy up from the base. Sit down on the heels. Hold in the center of the chest, just above the heart. And then relax, let the two locks release, say, ah. And then again, use the sound Ram. Full breath in. Curl the tongue at the back of the throat. Ram. And then open the eyes, inhale, bring the arms up as you lift the bottom off the heels. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push behind, lean back slightly. Inhale, flick the hands through as you lift the knees off. And then exhale, press up to standing. And just come into the left side. So inhale, let the arms float up and bring the hands to prayer at the chest. And just stabilizing yourself again. So feel your feet connecting into the earth, into Earth Mother. Feel the crown reaching out to the universe as you expand your mind. Connect with the sun. And see you as the soul on this planet being fed the life force from this solar plexus, this solar energy. And feel that sun energy perfectly balancing within you. Inhale, turn the fingertips in towards you, then stretch the arms out in front, bringing the arms over the head. Take that slight tilt back, push down through the feet. Keep the weight even in the feet. Lift the lower ribs a little higher, say, oh, as you drop the shoulders and lift the chest. Make sure you're not dropping the head right back. Let the solar plexus stretch open. Keep the shoulders down, palms facing each other. Push the hips forward a little bit more, just slightly pushing that pubic bone through. Inhale, reach up to center. And then exhale, come forward and down 3/4 of the way. So reaching out to the floor as far as you can in front of you. And just tipping the floor lightly if you can. Let that mid lower back stretch. Keep the arms next to the ears. You should even feel that slight suck back toward the spine of the lower belly now. Let it lift toward the lower ribs. On the next exhale, just bend the knees, bring the hands to the feet, keep the belly resting on the thighs, opening through the hips. Drop the head, shake the head, nod it, say yes. Turn the head side to side, say no. Let the mind go. Inhale, step that left leg back to a lunge, take it right back and bring the hands off the floor. Exhale, push back. Bend the back knee just a little. Use that left thigh. Inhale, bringing the arms up next to the ears, all the way up, interlace the fingers. Exhale, push the hands up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just drift over to your right slightly. Feel the whole left side body stretching open. Take a deep lunge. Use that front thigh, lunge down, go down. Reaching up and over, push into that front leg. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down to prayer. Take a full breath in. And then next exhale, bring the left arm over the right thigh, doing a twist. You're going to bring the hands palm to palm, elbow over elbow, push into the palms, pushing the belly back toward the spine as you push into the hands. And look up toward that right elbow. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, bring the back knee to the floor, push behind. Inhale, lunging forward, left thighs coming forward and opening now. Bring the arms to the ears. Lifting up and back. Feel the solar plexus opening. Drop the shoulders down. Make sure you're not dropping the head back. Keep the ears in line with the arms. Let that solar plexus open. Push into the front foot. Make sure that front knees are not rolling in or out, but lined up with the toes. Inhale, come up to center. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, flex the toes, just push back. Inhale, come forward to that lunge, bringing the left hand over the right leg, turn the palm out. And then as you exhale, twist from the base of the spine all the way through. Turn the right palm out, shoulders down. Still got that lunge in the front leg. Stay with the breath, stay in the solar plexus. Manipura. Inhale, come to the front. Exhale, bring the hands either side of the front foot, tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg and then straighten the front leg as much as you can. Pull the right hip back slightly, work the left hip forward slightly, trying to square off the hips. Push up through the feet into the hips and then just let the head hang down. So again, nod the head, say yes. Shake the head, say no. Breathing up through the spine all the way to the crown of the head. Breathing out, relax over the leg. Now bring the right hand next to the big toe. So both hands are on the big toe side of the front foot. We're going to sweep that front leg out and around the back. Inhale, sweep it out to the side. Take it all the way behind the back leg. Cross it over. Land the foot to the floor. And roll the rib up to the sky. Right hand comes off. And say, ta-da! Hold there. Reach the pubic bone up. On the next exhale, we're going to bring the left hip to the floor. So keep the legs crossed over and bring the right hand back to the floor. Lifting up, looking up and over the left shoulder. Focus at the solar plexus. Inhale, bring the right leg over. Exhale, pull back to pose of the child. Strength, stamina, confidence. Inhale, pull forward to striking cobra. So bend the elbows, let the body come forward, chest down, bottom up. Hips to the floor. Lift the chest, pubic bone stays down, tongue out, push from the solar plexus. Inhale, coming up into cat. Exhale, sit back to pose of the child. Inhale, rolling up through the spine, coming up off your bottom, bring the energy up to the throat. Hold the breath in, sit halfway down as the energy falls to the hara, more energies meeting up from the perineum. Holding the top of the front of the center of the chest. Holding the center of the head, release with the sound. And say, ah. So while we're sitting here, we might as well do a camel. So if you can sit between your feet, sit in between your feet and open the knees a little. If you can't do that, just sit on your heels and take your hands behind you. If you're sitting in between your feet, bring the heel of your hands to the heel of your feet, fingers pointing to the toes. And inhale, now just curl the tail under and start to push the pubic bone forward and up. Roll the shoulders back and open the solar plexus. So yes. And just let that solar plexus open, push the chest up to the sky. Don't drop the head right back. Sort of work the neck as well, lift the head a little bit. So you're not compressing the spine. And then exhale, come back down to sitting. Come forward to pose of the child. Keep the hands on the heels. Through your visions, connect with the earth. Visualize your intention, let her see it.
Let the lower ribs spread wide open. Take a deep breath into the lower ribs. Push the bottom to the heels and then start to roll up to sitting, stacking vertebra on vertebra, moving just in front of your spine. Chest lifts, shoulders roll back before the head comes up. Just close the eyes, hold still for a minute, just let that energy move up into the brain. And then come to sitting on your feet, on your bottom. Bring the left foot in and fold the right leg behind you. So make sure the foot's tucked under. Don't have the toes pointing out like this. It puts too much stress on the knee. Just have that foot tucked under. And then bring the right hand over the left knee. Inhale, lift long, and then as you exhale, just twist to the back. Left hand slightly behind the left hip. Inhale, turn to the front. Exhale, left hand over the right leg and twist again. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand over the left leg. Left hand slightly behind you and twist again. So just keep twisting side to side a couple more times. Keep lifting long through the spine. So one hand goes slightly behind to keep you elevated as the other hand's over the knee, twisting you. One more round. Inhale back to center. Now as you exhale, lean over onto the left side as much as you can, opposite the bent knee, and then just roll up. Keep the knee on the floor and just lift the chest to the sky. Hold and breathe. Push down into the knee, lift away through the ribs. And then exhale, coming down, twist to the left, to the right, left arm over the right leg. Inhale, center. Bring that left hand to the floor. Tuck the toes under, lift the knee off this time. But keep the knee bent. Roll the chest up to the sky. Rotate that right knee toward the floor a little rather than drifting it up. Rotate that right knee down and increase that stretch for the hip and the side body. Look down to the left fingers and then stay up, but bring the right hand to the floor parallel to the left hand. And just stop there, take a breath. Inhale, roll up. And then exhale, come back down to the bottom. Take the right leg out to the side. Straighten the right leg. Take the right hand down the inside of the right leg. Inhale, extend up through the left arm. And then exhale, take that left rib to the sky as you drift over the right leg. So you're keeping the torso in line with the leg. Flex the right foot. If the neck's sore, you can look down toward the right leg, or you can just look straight ahead and really reach across to the right, giving the liver a gentle squeeze, encouraging the gallbladder to release some bile into the body to calm and relax and clean. And then inhale, coming up. Just hold in center, feel the sensation. And then lean over to your left. You're going to spin up to the sky. Inhale, let the right arm swing across the body. Lift up and open. And then exhale, come back down. So take the right foot in toward the crutch now, left foot behind you. So we're just going to twist again. Take the left arm over the right leg, right hand slightly behind you as you exhale to twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, right hand over the left leg, twist. Couple more times each side. Lift up long as you twist. This is also the detoxing chakra, cleaning the body, opening you up to the universe as well. Now bring the right hand to the floor, parallel to the right knee. Inhale, spin up, keep both knees on the floor. Just come part of the way to start with. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, center. Exhale, right hand over the left leg, twist. Exhale, coming back around. We're going to bring the back knee off the floor. Tuck the toes under, but keep the knee pointing toward the floor so you're really opening through the crest of the hip as well. So don't let the knee go up, drift it down. You're just tucking the toes under and lifting the knee. And then exhale down. Twist on that exhale all the way through. And then inhale, we're going to spin up. Lift that back knee off the floor. Take it out wider this time. Exhale, coming down. Straighten the left leg out to the side. Left hand goes down the inside of the left leg. Inhale, reach up through the right arm. And then exhale, drift to the left. Keep that right rib cage up to the sky so you're keeping the torso in line with the leg. Push that right hip down and really extend across through the lower right ribs. Reach out through the right arm. Inhale, coming up. Hold in the center, feel the effects as you squeeze the stomach and the spleen and the pancreas. And then spin that left arm across, leading onto the right hand. Come all the way up, straight leg now. And then exhale, coming down. Fold the left leg in. So now just bring your finger onto the navel, doesn't matter which hand, right at the navel, and then draw a line from the navel all the way back to the spine, and just press at that spinal point there. Just hold for about a minute, and when we release the finger, we're just going to feel the residue of that pressure. And just imagine it moving just inside the spinal column. So the nerve for Manipura Chakra is at level of the navel, but there's a nerve that moves up and reacts into the solar plexus. So it ignites the solar plexus. Keep your focus on your intention. And then bring the thumb away and just focus on that point and move in toward the spine slightly. And just repeat Manipura, 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 Manipura. Repeat it silently to yourself. Good. And just open the eyes. As you inhale, allow the belly to expand. And as you exhale, let the belly come back toward the spine, below, behind, and above the navel. Now, as you inhale and the belly's expanding, imagine energies coming in through the navel back toward that point in the spine. And as you exhale, the belly's coming back and energy's moving from that point of the spine and out of your navel. So inhale, belly's expanding, the energy's moving in through the navel back toward the spine at that point. And as you exhale, the belly's coming in and the energy's moving out from that point in the spine through the navel, out the navel. Inhale, belly's expanding, the energy's moving in through the navel back toward the spine. As you exhale, the energy's moving from that point in the spine out through the navel as the belly comes in. Inhale, belly expands, the energy's coming in through the navel back toward the spine. As you exhale, the belly's coming in and the energy's moving from the spine out through the navel. Focus your intention now. And imagine now you're asking what you need to do next, what you need to learn to make this thing come for you, to make it come to fruition. So what you need to learn, what knowledge you need to gain. now you can come into sitting or lying, whatever you wish to do. I'll just take you a little talk through the chakra. So whether you want to stay seated or lie down is up to you. So being nice and relaxed, and at the same time as feeling relaxed, feeling strong and energetic. Feel how vibrant your energy is. How strong and focused you are. And at the same time, feel how relaxed you are, how calm you feel. And just let those two energies mingle together for a little while, the strength and the focus, the calm and the relaxation. So it's really like that, holding your center in the middle of chaos. Remaining calm within the storm. Now just see how much determination you really have of anchoring yourself in that storm. See how much determination you have to allow your change to take place. All the time being relaxed and calm. Feel the intensity you can put into this change, into yourself. An immense amount of energy. At the same time, remaining calm and relaxed. And in that calmness and relaxation, you allow yourself to open and receive. And you take this into your vision. You take the intention into your vision. You create the vision. And then bring your awareness to your feet. And see yourself walking into that vision.
And put your intention into that 10-petaled yellow lotus sitting in your solar plexus. And see it as an orange-red dot within your solar plexus, almost at its fullest form. And around that dot, see a triangle pointing downwards with a T on each side, a cross on each side of the triangle, compressing the energy, making it more and more intense and strong. And feel that radiating through your body, almost ready to burst through. And you allow that lotus to move out through you. And you send that wish out to the universe, that intention. Om Mani Padme Hum. And relax into your body. Relax into your solar plexus. Relax into the 10-petaled yellow lotus. And in the center of that lotus, see like a honeycomb or the center of a sunflower with thousands of little cells all patterned together. And allow that intention to move into one cell of that pattern. And as it feels that intention, your intention, the pattern shifts ever so slightly, creating this new pattern, this new part of you. Now imagine putting that intention into one cell of your body. And as you put that intention into one cell of your body, every cell within your body shifts ever so slightly to create this pattern. Breathe into your solar plexus, allow it to expand. And breathe out, drop the lower ribs back toward the spine. Breathe in, squeeze the fingers, the toes, the eyes tight shut. Stretch your arms above your head, take a nice big yawn. Rub the hands up through the throat, say Rub your hands around the navel, say Ra. Roll onto your right side and gently rock yourself away. And slowly bringing yourself up to sitting. Just closing the eyes, reaching long from the back of the neck, reach out the crown of the head. Sink into the sit bones. See yourself radiating like the sun. Feel your solar energy, this bright yellow energy moving out through your energy body into your aura. And see yourself ablaze with energy, vitality, health. And still relaxed and calm. Take a breath into the solar plexus and use the sound Ram, R-A-M. Curl the tongue at the back of the throat. Full breath in. Ram. Two more, expand. Push back gently. Take a full breath in, belly, solar plexus, chest of the head, full on. Solar plexus and the mind strongly connected. The primary unconscious brain with the conscious brain. Bringing the hands together and all of those opposing energies which are really from the solar plexus now coming together in matrimony. Namaste. Rub the hands, create some heat, and put it into the eyes. Rub the hands, create a bit more heat. The eyes are connected with the solar plexus as well. And just see your vision behind your closed eyes.